All right, so today I have a video for you guys on a fragrance house that's new from 2020, and I've gotten a ton of emails, inboxes, direct messages. Max, are you going to review this brand? Are you going to at least check the fragrances? Of course, I'll check the fragrances, guys. If it's fragrance, I always check out, and I always try to bring you guys things that I love, of course. This, however, is a first impression / unboxing. I've never tried these, and this is from Galleria Parfums, from our own fragrance reviewer, Ashton, aka Gents Scents. If you guys want to know all about this fragrance, I am dying to find out about these fragrances. Stick around, it's up next. Welcome back to another video. Today, a first impression of Galleria Parfums from Ashton, aka Gents Scents. I think there are 7 samples here, as this is a discovery kit, I'm thinking. I know these are samples. They were sent to me for first impression trial. And of course, I want to share it with you guys. So let me crack this open and give you guys my thought on all the different 7 or 8, if I'm not mistaken, Galleria Parfums. Now, I don't know exactly how this is going to be, if it's going to be individual wrapped samples, if it's going to be like a discovery kit, sort of like what I did for you guys with Navitus way back then. So let's check. Oh, okay, cool. So it's actually a very similar setup as the Navitus first impression discovery kit that I did for you guys. So beautiful presentation, nice discovery set. And again, we have Victorian Tobacco, Cognac Cafe, Dream Woods, Moving Times, Shades of Seduction, Dusk to Dawn, and by the Yuzu Grove. So let me crack this open and let's get smelling here and let's see what these fragrances smell like. What do I get out of them? Again, this is going to be a first impression. If there's any on these fragrances here that you guys want to see a full review, and of course, providing I do enjoy it, I will definitely get myself a full bottle and then come up with a full review for you guys if some of these are worth me doing so. I'm going to keep it 100 with you guys. I'm going to give you guys exact thoughts on what I get out of them, if they remind me of something, and of course, you know, if it's quality or not. So let's get smelling. All right, guys, got my test strips right here. Got my coffee beans to neutralize my senses. Let's get smelling. So it opens a little different than the Navitus. It's really nice, nicely put together, and it comes with a little Galleria Parfums gift card. So if you, in case you guys actually purchase a gift set, I think you're going to get one of these. If you want to buy fragrances from the brand, you'll be able to offset your cost. And there's a whole bunch of different options here. You can buy one and take $40 off, buy 2, take $90, so forth and so on. Again, really nice appointment here that they include. Something's really powerful here because I'm getting a whiff right off the bat here from the case. But let's start with by the Yuzu Grove, which is, I'm thinking it's going to be a citrus aromatic from the name. I'm not going to look at notes. I'm not going to look at perfumer. I know that he worked with a lot of, you know, predominant and famous noses in the industry. So I'm thinking these are going to be really good quality. But I'm not, again, going to look at any of that. I'm going to try to get in there neutral and fresh and give you guys my first take. So by the Yuzu Grove, let's check this one out. Sprays are pretty nice on these. All right, so this is going to be, as I suspected, a very woody, aromatic kind of a scent. The Yuzu note here is mouth-watering citrus, very fruity, very invigorating, very uplifting, and very natural. I get like this really nice citrus, you know, like tangerine / lemons vibe or bergamots. Tons of citrus up top here. And I also get a woodsy kind of a base that's definitely going to come forth. Perhaps some vetiver in here. I get some herbal nuances. Haven't looked at the notes, and we're going to just leave it at that. By the Yuzu Grove, definitely a real nice citrus aromatic type of a scent. We'll come back to it in a second. I'm not going to spray my skin just because there's so many to try. I think 2, 4, 6, 7 of them. You know, it's going to be crazy. So let me just, you know, do the test strips for now. And if we do love these, and if there's something here that I love, or again, something you want to see a full, you know, review on, let me know and I'll get a bottle. This here is called Dusk to Dawn. Now this sounds a little bit heavier, a little bit darker. Dusk to Dawn, you know, something that I think would definitely be more of a woody, spicy maybe. Let me get another test strip here. Let's check this one out. Even the juice is a little darker than the Yuzu one. So, all right, there's definitely a gourmand facet to this fragrance. Perhaps a tobacco note, some darker and heavier woods. For sure, you know, some cinnamon. I definitely get a lot of cinnamon here. Again, I haven't looked at the notes yet. We'll look at the notes in a few minutes. We'll go back to these and revisit them. And perhaps I'll even spray some of these on skin if I do love them. I think from a first standpoint here on this one by the Yuzu Grove, it's a nice citrus. There's a lot of different citruses out there that are similar to this. Not that this reminds me of a fragrance in particular, but there are citrus aromatic fragrances that contain a real nice note of yuzu. There's one from Karan that has a yuzu predominant note that I do enjoy, and I think there's also one from Healy that has a great yuzu note up top. But this is quality, guys. This is definitely quality, and from a first impression standpoint, I'd give this a 7 out of 10. Now, Dusk To Dawn, definitely more my kind of fragrance. I'm getting like a cinnamon, tobacco, woodsy kind of a facet here. Tons of cinnamon here. Nice woods, coming to play here. I think will definitely be a great woody spicy, like a 7.5 out of 10. Definitely liking this one more. Next one, we have Shades of Seduction. Again, this whole collection was just introduced, I want to say a couple months ago, so it's a fairly new compilation of fragrances, if you will, from the collaboration of Ashton from the fragrance community with this particular company, coming up with this fragrance house called Galleria Parfums. Now, this next one, Shades of Seduction, again, the name itself is going to, from the name here, it's implying that it's going to be a rather attractive fragrance, Okay, I'm getting like a cocoa vibe here, like there's some cacao, chocolatey, maybe some mint. Definitely really nice. I think perhaps some iris here as well. I'm thinking this is my favorite right now between the three. This is going to be an 8 out of 10. Again, we'll go back to these in a minute and check out the actual notes and the noses behind them. The next one, we have Moving Times, which I've actually seen this fragrance in the groups, in the fragrance groups that I've seen, and I follow, of course, my own fragrance group, the Emporium of Scents, which has over 20,000 people now. I've seen people talking about this one here, Moving Times. So it's one that I've seen some limelight out there, but I have no idea what it smells like. So let's check out Moving Times. Very fruity. Now this one here, perhaps, this is really nice, guys. I don't know as far as performance, projection, longevity, but this is a nice one. I think out of all four right now, I think this is the most designer-esque of the four. It has a very likable quality to it. Not so much mass appeal, but pretty close to like a designer type of a scent that I think would probably will get the most compliment of all these fragrances and probably be the one that people will gravitate towards more. I don't know anything about the notes. I get some fruitiness, some woodiness to the fragrance, a little bit of a spiciness, and definitely some freshness up top. So Moving Times, another one that I'd say 7 out of 10, not because it's a bad scent, but just because it's a more of a common composition to my nose. Next up, we have Dream Woods. Now, sounds great. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a combination of a whole bunch of different woods, perhaps a real nice woody, spicy fragrance. So let's see what Dream Woods will give us. All right, now Dream Woods definitely reminds me a little bit of Bleu de Chanel. It has like a gourmand facet to Bleu de Chanel, almost like Bun No. 9 New Harlan meets Bleu de Chanel. It's very nice, but again, it's going to be more of that mass appeal that I talked about, like Moving Times. But I think I actually like this one better. I like the combination of notes here, the accords. It comes out to be something really nice. Not so much gourmand, but it's almost gourmand territory. I think as you get to the dry down, more of the spiciness and more of the woods will creep in, hence the fact Dream Woods. But I do get the blue facet here as well. Quite nice, but again, more mass appealing fragrance than the other, especially these two right here. I think Shades of Seduction and Dusk To Dawn are more niche-like. Moving Times and Dream Woods are more designer-like. And by the Yuzu Grove is kind of like in the middle. Next one we have, this is the one that's gotten the most talks, the most limelight. I've seen top videos featuring this fragrance, even calling this one of the best releases of 2020. And this is Cognac Cafe. Now, it's got two things going for it. Cafe, which is coffee, I love, and also cognac, which is booze. I love whiskey, anything boozy in my fragrance. Actually, it's something that I find very enticing to my nose, to my taste. So I have very high hopes for this one, Cognac Cafe. Let's see what we get out of this one, guys. So Cognac Cafe, interestingly enough, has a smell that really reminds me of something that I will not be able to put my finger on at this point. But reminds me of maybe Intense Cafe from Montal. It's got that kind of a coffee vibe plus the booziness. So perhaps it's a little better than Intense Cafe or Ristretto Cafe from Montal. Quite nice. Definitely one of my favorites here. I'd say this is like a mid-ground. This is like in the middle. You know, I do enjoy Dreamwoods and Shades of Seduction a lot, with Dusk To Dawn being a close third, and Cognac is right there. Quite good. Again, niche quality, but it's going to be similar to Intense Cafe or Ristretto Cafe from Montal. It's going to share the same vibe, the same family, the same genre. And last but not least, again, one of my favorite notes, lather tobacco I love. This is called Victorian Tobacco. I'm hoping that this will blow me away. Nothing here has really blown me away, like, wow, this is intriguing and so unique and outstanding, but they are good quality. Some better than the others, like I'm telling you right now as I sniff them, but I'm hoping that this one here will blow me away and blow my mind. So Victorian Tobacco, let's go. Number 7. This is nice, guys. This is really nice. It's got a really nice tobacco leafy kind of a vibe to it. It's a little wet, a little spicy. Perhaps some patchouli in here. Definitely get some smoky patchouli. I think this is my favorite right now, guys. It's definitely the one that has the most potential for my skin, especially right now because we're in like winter time. So it's going to be really cold here where I live, you know, New York area, all the way until like March. So this is a really good one. In fact, this is one of the fragrances that right off the bat, I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. There's also like a booziness that I'm getting here. Now I'm curious to see the notes and the nose behind these, but I think Victorian Tobacco is definitely my favorite. So by the way, when you look at these fragrances on the website or on the descriptions, these are all considered gender-free or unisex. So anybody can enjoy them. So all in all, I think they're pretty well composed fragrances. I don't think Ashton would put his hands on something that would be subpar. He's got his reputation to stick behind, you know, the name that precedes himself. So all in all, I think this is a good quality juice, all of these. Again, I haven't worn these. I haven't tried them on skin. Perhaps once I try them more, I'll have a better understanding of what exactly, you know, they smell like and how they transition on skin. But from a first impression standpoint, I think it's really good quality. And a couple of these really stand out to me, like the Dreamwoods, Moving Times, and of course, the Victorian Tobacco. Guys, let me know in the comments. Have you tried any of these? Have you heard of Galleria Parfums? What are your thoughts on this particular fragrance house? What are your thoughts on the overall assessment of fragrance reviewers like myself coming up with their own fragrance lines? Do you guys approve it? Is it yay or nay? I want to hear your comments down below. And if you have tried this particular fragrance house, which one is your favorite and why? And if you'd like to see a full review on any of these, let me know which one, and I'll look to do that for you guys in the near future. Again, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Thanks so much for checking out this first impression on Galleria Parfums. Again, I'll have the link and details to all this stuff, as always, for you guys to make your life easier, to keep you guys in the know. That's what I do here, and if you do appreciate that, leave me a like or two. Be sure to, leave your comments, subscribe for a lot more, and of course, hit the little bell icon so you get videos like these straight into your feed. As always, remember, fragrance is emotion, so wear what truly moves you. I'll see you guys right back here again very soon. Take care.